These are the forests that are not only beautiful, but provide for so many of our needs. Spread from the doorsteps of the sea, across the mountains and the hills, skirting rivers, lakes, and streams. A million years before we came, they stood where they now stand. A million seasons in the sun, growing and dying in their time, dying to be born again. Trees die, but still the forests stand. Today, the verdant, varied groves of broadleaf oaks and needled pines reward the stewardship of man with wood to serve 1,000 needs, to shelter and perfect his life. And in their seasons, they are home to life of many kinds. And in their seasons, they are home and refuge to a weary soul. These are the forests. These are home. A forest is all of this and more. But many people do not know the forest with its cool, fresh water, its variety of plant and animal life, its richness of growth. Many people do not even realize their own daily dependence on the forest. There are so many products from these trees, like hundreds of paper products, furniture, and lumber, shingles, paints, and varnishes to build homes. Trees help clean the air like giant air filters. They even make much of the oxygen we breathe and reduce carbon dioxide gases. They are water filters too. The leaves slow the falling rain, and their roots catch and hold the water to prevent soil from washing away. Many people do not know that with human help, a forest can be made even more productive. As more and more people move away from forests into cities, they become less aware that forests and forest management are essential to human existence on Earth. Forests are very important in North Carolina. 60% of the state is forest land. The forest industry is the largest industry in the state. 1 out of every 5 people in North Carolina is employed in forestry or forest-related industries. The more we all know about our forests, what they are, what they do, and what they are capable of doing, the more willing we become to use good forest management practices and to encourage others to do the same. With that thought in mind, the state of North Carolina created educational state forests across the state to help us learn more about our valuable forest resource. The first of these forests was Clemmons Educational State Forest near Clayton. The forests are more than just demonstration areas. They are places where the public can learn about trees, wildlife, and watersheds, or just have a good time.
Welcome to Clemmons Educational State Forest, a unique outdoor experience. Opening in 1977, Clemmons was the first educational state forest scattered across the state from the eastern coastal plain to the mountains of North Carolina. These forests are used as living outdoor classrooms to show the interdependence of the ecosystems of timber, soil, water, and wildlife, and how that all relates to people and their everyday lives.
There are 4 major trails at Clemmons Educational State Forest, the first of which is the Talking Tree Trail. It's about 6/10 of a mile and contains 7 audio stations that represent 7 trees found along the trail and tells a little bit about themselves or how man or animals have used them. The Talking Rock Trail, or the Forest Geology Trail, is 8/10 of a mile long and features the 7 major rock types you find in North Carolina and shares how they relate to man, animals, or plants. Our 2.2-mile forestry demonstration trail displays exhibits and forestry practices and how they apply to our everyday lives. The watershed extension loop is approximately 3 miles long and follows a portion of Beddingfield Creek. It traverses different terrains within the Beddingfield watershed.
On your visit to Clemmons Educational State Forest, you'll find that it's a fun place to visit, and it's educational too. One of the first things you'll learn is Clemmons is a forest, not a park. That means the forest is a working forest where trees are harvested and new trees are planted to replace them. It's also a place where forest management and fire control techniques are practiced and improved. It's a place where kids and adults can learn about the plants and animals in the forest, all the good things we use that come from the forests, and how forests are managed to produce those good things. And the rangers here are not park rangers. They are forest rangers, just like Smokey Bear. The forest is a home to many forms of animal and plant life. When you visit, you will also learn other ways the forest is so important to us all. The forest has several trails, including one trail where talking trees tell their own personal stories. Just push the button and hear them talk.
And so what we find out is there is a story inside these trees. See what this one has to say? All right.
Hello there, I'm a loblolly pine. Have you ever wondered why more kinds of southern yellow pine live in the coastal plain than in other areas of the state?
There also are exhibits, tree identification signs, and a forest education center. You'll learn that one of the most important things that comes from trees is paper. And you'll learn how paper is made. And with the help of a ranger, you can make your own paper.
Ready? Mashing the water out, mashing the fibers together. Don't get in a hurry. All right. Peel up this corner right here and then just gently peel it off. And then find you a spot to let it dry. Is that everybody?
Did you ever wonder how trees grow and how old they are? On special ranger guided tours, you can learn about the life cycle of a tree and see how rangers can determine the age of a tree. Clemmons Educational State Forest not only offers educational tours for students of all ages, it also offers adult programs and periodically schedules ranger-conducted environmental workshops for educators. For recreational use, open picnic sites with tables and grills are available. A spacious shelter is also available, complete with a massive stone fireplace and plenty of seating. Clemmons Educational State Forest is just one example of the efforts we all should understand and support to encourage proper management and conservation of North Carolina's forests for future generations. Enjoy your learning experience at Clemmons Educational State Forest. It's educational and it's fun.
Some interesting things I saw were how old the trees are and how you can tell how old they are.
We saw some oak trees. We got to make paper.
We saw Smokey, and we saw some interesting trees and some other cool stuff. I think I saw ironwood.
We got to make paper and look how paper was made.
And don't forget, climb the fire tower before you leave.
We hope you enjoy your visit here at the forest and that you'll come back to see us again real soon.